Hello fellow journeyers, welcome back to my apple tree armchair in South Gloucestershire in the UK. And welcome to day 3, I think, natural communication. I hope you have enjoyed the journey so far, and I hope you enjoy this exploration with what is natural communication. And for me, I think a key point when we think about what it might be is, or a key question, is the origin of that communication. When we speak of natural communication, with what or whom are we actually communicating? Now, for me, this illustrates the breadth and flexibility of approach to subjects like nature connection, because it is inherently subjective. Whatever nature connection is for you is entirely yours and unique. I feel that particularly the fun bit comes when you reach an understanding, perhaps, or you feel you've reached an understanding of what it is for you and where its parameters are and how you meet it and the interpretation of it, etc., etc. Search further, be curious, question, prod, roam around, take yourself out of your comfort zone, believe things that you allow yourselves to perhaps open a mind to scenarios and theories and ideas that you might not necessarily be open to otherwise. Now, natural communication is happening all around us all the time. Sometimes it's more apparent than others, and that might be because of perhaps the volume or the strength of that communication, or it might also be due to your level of perception and awareness. When we are very finely focused, for example, we withdraw focus and attention from our awareness from our periphery. You may find this when you're reading a very good book, watching the TV. Kids show it very well when they're playing, and even to a degree when you're driving, for many people. So messages are coming all over the place. We can spot messages everywhere, which signify something or other. If I had managed to record this earlier, I would have shown or used the example of the colour of the leaves on the trees. Now they are bright signal colours of gorgeous yellows, oranges, browns, and all the rest. And that is natural communication. That's signifying many things. It's around about harvest time, just after harvest time, depending what the plants are, and obviously different plants harvest at different times. It's signifying a change of rhythm for that plant, a change of where nutrients are coming from, or how new fuel for growth, and the physical systems that you need energy for, where that energy is coming from. So all these things. The fact that I found myself in the wrong lane at the roundabout that I know very, very well, just down from the house this evening, was natural communication, because I was so distracted about other things that I was in the wrong lane. So that's communication. Earlier on this evening, I had the privilege and honour to witness natural communication as I watched two people very close to me in very turbulent times expressing to each other in ways which are non-verbal, and the depth of their expression, and that's natural communication. So those messages are all around all the time. How we receive them and how we interpret them is another aspect. Before I leave the origin of communication, another thing to ponder on perhaps is that regardless of the origin, if there is an other, then there can be a separate origin. Regardless of that, when it meets us, when we receive it, the interface, the mind, the senses, however it reaches our awareness and the place for our discernment, that's when it enters into our reality. So in that regard, the origin becomes much less important. It's about the interpretation of what is reaching your senses, which is why to go through a process of softening and broadening your awareness through the use of the senses and just surrender, sinking into nature, to fine-tune, to pick out the nuances in the messages, to be able to pick out the different aspects of flavour in a way that connoisseurs will do with cheese and wine and the scent masters. I think they have a beautiful name, I can't remember what it is. So that skill is both inherent and developed and learned. And we can do exactly the same with communication. So through practice, we can explore what is coming, what is in front of us, what is given to us. And when you explore where to communicate, where it's acceptable to communicate with nature, or being accepted by that immediate environment that you are wanting to communicate with or through, there is an aspect of permission. For me, I see it personally as feeling the correctness of the situation. For me, that does come back to the question of whom am I asking permission. If we are all one without distinction, then I'm asking permission of myself. So I feel that the question of oneself needs to be asked: do I feel comfortable here? If I'm not feeling comfortable here, why is that? Is there a reason? Is this a place I'm used to? Did I come to? Do I know this place? And if so, what is different about now from the times when I have felt welcome, safe, secure, and comfortable? Now, that might be because maybe, I don't know, there's a bee's nest, a swarm has just, started making a hive in the tree that you're next to, or something like this. Something around has changed, and so you are responding to that and feeling less safe, whether that's just because there is now a difference which wasn't there before that you are aware of, or whether it's because there is something which is dangerous around. Or it could be something that you are bringing to that situation and those surroundings. If you're not feeling comfortable approaching or seeking to sink into a space of nature connection, check yourself as well. Even when you might be in floods of despair and tears, or whether you're angry and fuming and you need the release, or you need the succor, you need to be held, you need to be heard, even in those times of extremity, there is, I believe, a correctness of these things perhaps. Why are you wanting to shout to the heavens? Are you coming to this place from the heart and bringing the heart with you? Or are you coming to unfairly ask something? I just need to dump all this and I'm going to do it here. Having faith and expectation of nature to just accept what you are dumping on it, which is an approach we have had over the last 200 years, and it doesn't seem to be working particularly well. So to be much more aware and responsive to the appropriateness of how you are approaching where you are wanting to explore nature connection. Because if you look at it that way, whether we are one or separate, if you are approaching with the best intentions for yourself and everything around you, with a question or area of inquiry, surely that is going to be a very good place to start from. And I'm going to stop it there because that's bang on 10 minutes, and that's a triumph. Thank you. Goodbye.